favorite job I've had? It didn't pay very well at first, but working at the Apple Store was probably my favorite job, like outside of acting. I learned a lot.
Hi. Hey, thanks for calling Apple. How can I help? How can I make your day better?
I worked with someone at the Apple Store named Emily. Yeah, did you know I worked at the Apple Store? Worked at the Genius Bar. Well, I'm not a genius. I was a technical expert, which was right below a genius. So I could open up iPhones. That was a lot of fun, like opening up iPhones, fixing speakers. Hang on, I've got to do some work real quick. Alright. Oh, thank you for coming to the Genius Hive. Yeah, let me take a look so your computer won't turn on. Alright. First things first, do you have a backup? Do you have a backup of your computer anywhere, like an external hard drive or something? You do? That's good.
I used to work at the Apple Store. That's where I used to work.
I worked at the Apple Store. What did I do?
I called Apple support this morning, by the way, because I dropped my phone in the toilet. Yeah, my phone is alive, but I dropped it in the toilet.
John, check the poll. John can build an iPhone from scratch. No, I can't. Now with that attitude, alright, maybe I could.
I'm gonna hydrate as I answer your phone. It's not as I answer your phone, as I answer your question.
Yeah, I worked at the Apple Store.
Hi, thanks for calling Apple.
I used to work at the Apple Store.
So, you know, it's just important that we have a backup to, just in case there is data loss when we work on it. Alright, so the first things first, have you tried plugging in the computer into like an external screen? What is it with the building the iPhone again? I'm not building an iPhone. I don't have the tools. Apple has specialized tools that you can't buy online. Apple Store, everybody take a shot of water. Call me Matteson. Bang! Oh, an Apple Watch. This game is an Apple ad. Resident Evil 7 is sponsored by Apple. Your Apple Watch can monitor your health, can be your heart monitor, and oh, whoops, let's start this out over again. This Resident Evil 7 is sponsored by Apple Watch. You can play games, share photos with your friends, customize the crown of the watch timer, and also monitor your heart and your health information. Like when you turn it on, do you hear any noises coming from the computer? You do. Okay, so if you're hearing noises, then it's probably just an issue with the LCD.
I used to help customers more and more, and sometimes they were a jerk.
I didn't tell them. That was the hardest part about calling them, is not telling them that I used to work for Apple. Can you imagine how hard that was? Listening to another version of me on the phone who lives in South Carolina, and he's like, hey, thanks for calling. How are you today? This is what I'm doing. Oh, I'm grateful to be working. Bahaha. I like companies that have really strong customer service.
What company is that? Is this a
I like Apple. I like Apple a lot. This, nasally, charming guy, and I'm like, oh man, this is...
Not the Apple Store. Hang on, I'm going to, hey Alan, can you grab like an external display? Thanks. Alan's gonna go get an external display, and we're gonna plug it in.
Being able to like keep it inside and not tell him that I also worked at Apple was just... But I didn't tell him because I didn't want him to think, oh, maybe this person's just taking advantage of their Apple knowledge.
Let's see here. Okay, so it is making noise when I hit these keys. So it sounds like the computer is on. Now we just want to see if maybe we can go into safe mode and recalibrate the screen with the rest of the computer. Okay?
I don't know how to whitelist myself. I have no idea how to whitelist. I used to work at
my guy John, right?
I used to work at the Apple Store.
They'd bring in the phones and computer screens they had broken on the road. I'd take them downstairs and replace their screens.
Alright, Alan's going to take over from here, but it's been really great working with you. Yeah, and I'm glad to see that you're back up. I think there's a good chance of getting this back on. Alright, thank you. Woo!